blinded, you can't see. All normal terrain is difficult terrain. You can't detect anything. Using vision automatically critically fail at perception checks that require you to see. If vision is your only precise sense, you take a -4 status penalty. To perception checks, you're immune to visual effects, blinded, overruns, dazzle. It's really playing games, the Extinction Curse. I'm your GM, Graham, and joining me today are Brian, his Faith, the Tiefling Monk.
Does that affect your initiative as well?
Garrett is Fabian, the Catfolk Rogue.
Hey.
That's why I'm not understanding these rules.
Ross is Oartius, the Lizardfolk Swashbuckler.
Hello?
Other Ross is Marion, the Half-Elf Oracle.
Good evening.
And Patrick is Horatio, the Half-Elf Wizard.
Surgeon General's warning: smoking causes cancer.
Yes.
Happy Secrets of Magic Eve, everyone.
Happy Secrets of Magic Eve. Wow, we're on the cusp of some extra secrets being revealed.
I thought it wasn't coming out till the 1st.
Well, doesn't matter because you guys just picked up a brand new circus performer for your troupe, one known as Aves the Smoke Dragon. This little boy right here, this little troublemaker, because he, along with a couple of other ne'er-do-wells from the Celestial Menagerie, Delamar Gianvin, the squirrely one you saw in Constable Andera Paldrin's office earlier, and also a pretty nasty half-elf barker, Ruana Neamar, if that's how you say your name, no one really knows. They tried to stop and interfere and ruin your circus. They had this whole spell-casting routine to get someone into the middle and cast darkness, and they wouldn't be able to see it, but you were able to thwart their machinations, and despite all of that, put on a successful first show here in Escadar. Later on, sheepishly lurking around the back of your circus tent and your carts and wagons, Aves the Smoke Dragon came to you all and kind of tried to repent, tried to be honest. You were harsh judges and decided that there will be some work needed to earn your respect by this tiefling. But joined your circus as another capable performer. Also one who has recently been involved with the Celestial Menagerie, and as such, overheard Mistress Dusklight describing this place. And it was something that he felt like he wasn't supposed to hear, but overheard her mention something called the, Moonstone Hall. Almost blanked on it completely. And Marion gathered another strange premonition or some voice like the many ghost voices that haunt him day in and day out, calling to him once more. But the day after, the morning of Sunday, after a successful circus performance, people are milling about, generally having a good time. That is until shortly after 9 o'clock or so. You get a visit from one Dericus Stollet. This individual right here, this associate of the head constable Andera Paldrin that you saw before when you first came to Escadar. He comes around and just comes knocking and says, "Hey, morning. Heard you had a great show last night. Wasn't able to come myself, duty calls and all that, but and I have the unfortunate task of being the tax man, as it were. So, yeah." So he reminds you of the 5% tax that the city of Escadar takes out from this. So from your total 17 gold pieces that you earned in profit, he comes collecting 8 silver and 5 copper. Do you resist the tax man, or do you give in to his request?
Well, if we were playing an evil campaign...
Not necessarily evil.
They're playing libertarians, but don't believe in taxes.
Yeah, we joined the circus for tax evasive purposes.
Sorry, you know, I get it, you know, but the rules are rules, and you know, I've got to arrest you if you try to avoid or you know, defer your payments or anything like that. So, sorry.
Yeah, we get it. All right, bye.
Yeah.
You know, 5%'s pretty fair. You really should come to the next one, though. They're good shows.
Oh, yeah?
You'd enjoy it.
I don't know. I'm just not much of a circus guy, I guess.
Yeah, but if you come, you'll get to collect more taxes next time.
Oh,
Because we'll have made more money.
yeah, I guess that checks out. Well, maybe if I'm off duty, I'm real busy, but next time.
You should try it. You might enjoy it. I wink at him.
He winks back and gets the money in the little pouch. Have a good morning, and makes his merry way off. So, the rest of the morning is yours. What would you like to do?
So what was the name of that place again?
Moonstone Hall.
Moonstone Hall.
Moonfire Bastion.
Do we know anything about Moonstone Hall? Oh shit! I've got to prepare my spell. God, wizards.
Yep, it's a new day. It's a new day, which means more homework for the wizard.
Is it a new life? For me?
I'm feeling good.
Oh
yeah. Well, the name does not ring a bell to any of you. You've not heard of the name Moonstone Hall. And having spent, at least most of you, some time in Escadar, that's kind of suspicious, but...
I mean, it's back. I've been here for 2 weeks. That's a long time, right?
Is that like a tavern? Or...
Are all the taverns and places around Escadar?
Maybe it's like a secret society.
A church? Are there secret societies in Escadar?
I would
how do we know?
Yes, secret societies, mostly of the criminal persuasion. Escadar is kind of a seedy port town with a lot of illicit activities going in. And Peldrine seems to kind of be going against the grain and trying to impose a sort of law and order against all of this, because Escadar kind of has a reputation.
I would like to
taxing the circus. That makes sense. I mean,
yes, Marion?
I would like to engage in the downtime activity, gathering information.
Oh ho ho ho. Okay. Sure thing. You can absolutely try to gather some information. Let's see about the timing of this. Gather information. Nope, wrong thing.
I also have some things I would like to do in a similar vein.
Okay.
But I'll let you deal with that.
Couple hours. So Marion tries to go out and gathering information. Is anyone joining Marion on this endeavor?
I mean, I can't help, but I'll
just hang out.
hang out.
Hang out with Marion. Whether Marion wants to come
gathering
or not.
information about
It's always super fun hanging with Marion because he's so cranky.
Mm-hmm.
Your target is to gather information on Moonstone Hall, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll let him do that specifically.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
That's nice of you.
So Faith and Marion begin to have a fun morning, trying to go out and gather information. Marion, how do you think you kind of go about gathering this information? Like, what sort of sources, what places you think you might be looking for this information?
Knowing Mistress Dusklight, I think I would probably start with the criminal element.
Okay, sure. Begin asking around some of the little hangouts and hole-in-the-walls and bastions of refuge for ne'er-do-wells. Let me see here. So, Marion. Let's see. Okay. Marion, it takes you the better part of the morning, and Faith, you're mostly there kind of as a bodyguard, you feel like, in some cases, because you're in some rough and tumble places, and you know how to fight
You
and
never
throw
know.
a punch.
Marion does get in a lot of trouble when I'm not around. So
Yeah, you have to interpose yourself a couple times to some people who don't take kindly to this half-elf asking questions about this. So it takes you a few bars, and it's the morning, so it's kind of the morning bar crowd. But after a while, an older fellow says, "Moonstone Hall, it's a ruin, or it was supposedly demolished a while ago. It's all about the Escadar is built in layers, kind of like a cake.
Yeah, like an onion. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. And the
Like a
lower
parfait.
parts, exactly like a parfait. You've seen the movie. So it's built, the newer part on top of the older part. So it happens that a lot of underground places are really expansive, and a lot of moving drugs happens along those ways. If you catch my drift. But I think.
Like
if it-
Coruscant.
There's a place that's real, that they know about, that they, the Federales know about the way to get down there, the easiest way to get down there. You see, there's this sewer entrance that they're guarding, and it's near this fountain, right? There are these mermaids in a fountain, some good-looking mermaids, if you catch my drift. But they guard this entrance because they know about it, so they're well guarded. But if anything remains of this Moonstone place you're talking about, I'll bet your bottom copper piece that that's the way to get in there and find out.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Anytime. And if you want some of those drugs I was talking about, you know where to find me.
Yeah.
Wait.
All right, I head back to the circus.
All right. Well, Mary Ann and Faith, have a productive morning. Or just what did you want to try to accomplish?
Potentially 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
One thing is maybe sending. Who is that like Aragorn character that's with us? What is his name?
From the Sideshow of Everyday Marvels?
Yeah. Oh, he's the bearded man or something.
Gitteron Elbus, the bearded man.
Yeah, can we go send him to go hang out at the menagerie and see what's up? See if he picks up any gossip or like what's going on with their show or anything like that?
Gitteron comes to you, Archus, can discuss this plan. I can, as my thing is blending in with other folks, but it sounds pretty risky. I feel like if I'm discovered, I could potentially be killed. No, I'm not shying away from this danger, but just if you know the risks of what you're sending me into.
Would they know what you looked like? I mean, would they know that you were associated with us?
If they find out, if it's on the level and mundane, I can fit in pretty much anywhere. But if they have magical means of seeing through disguises, or ways of compelling the truth for somebody, or I don't know, they capture and torture me, I don't know if I will pass muster at that point.
Well, if you're concerned, then
Oh, no. Don't take my thought of the unending pain and suffering that I might endure at the hands of this evil catfolk as reluctance to do this thing you ask of me.
I'll table it for now.
Oh, your choice, of course. I'll be here whenever you need me.
Okay.
Speaking of inconspicuous, perhaps there is one more suited to the task. And points over to Cubby. Cubby
Less
perks up.
inconspicuous or more inconspicuous? More.
What-
Less.
What?
Conspicuous.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, I think Cubby might be able to fit in pretty much anywhere, right? Cubby says, "Oh, I suppose if I refrain from speaking, then there might be a chance. But if that's what you need to wash us, of course, I can try to do some reconnaissance for you."
Do you think that? Well, I guess. What are their names? Ruana did not see you, right? Because she was in the front of the circus.
Oh, I was out in the rings pretty much the entire time. Perhaps
I
that
don't know
isn't
if
the best idea. Sorry, I really wish I could be more help.
I think I have somebody else that I want to talk to.
They
But
both
I appreciate you offering.
get her nods. Of course, and again, no reluctance on my part whatsoever. Fully here for whatever you need.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll discuss it with the group.
Nods and goes away, and Cubby kind of saunters and goes and gets a bone.
So that new guy,
Aves.
Aves. I'm gonna go find him.
All right. Some of the roustabouts, since you've kind of been instructed to do a little bit of hazing for what he's tried to do last night, have him kind of sweeping out some of the animal pins and sweeping up after them. So he's going in this push broom and seems like kind of like awkward at it, doesn't really know what he's doing. He's getting kind of frustrated at it, but damn it. Hey, I just
I guess I'm gonna write at him or something.
or have a translator. It's up to you. Interpreter.
I'm gonna ask. You being here, is this something that they're going to miss over at the menagerie, or is this going to be clear sign that you, at this point, that you've defected?
I mean, I would kind of think that it's pretty much the signal. I don't really know if they'll notice all that much. I mean, there's new folks and old folks mixing, and then, the circus is almost every night, so it seems real busy over there. I may not notice for a couple days.
And you said you were with them for 2 weeks, right? Or so?
Yeah, for a few weeks. Not very long. But I remember what it's like. I've been over there recently.
Yeah. Did you... I know you didn't have a lot of encounters with the other circus members, but did you happen to notice a boggart? A particular boggart?
Yeah. Sadie, right?
That's right. How is she doing? Did she seem okay?
All right enough, I guess. I mean, has her little room in the little pavilion over there, and seems all right. The quarterlings, the Carmine over there, Arzo, Flynn, they kind of have their own area.
Okay, well, I just wish we had more information about... Did you hear any future plans? Like, they're going to come next time with something else, or they have anything involving us particularly? Any kind of information we could use, or not really?
I mean, I didn't hear too much about you guys specifically until a few days ago. They were saying, kind of planning on who they're going to send over for your first performance, and kind of just pick me, I feel like, out of the crowd. Maybe the whole idea that Ruana had about, ruining the performance, and Delamar said that, we had run across you at the constables or something. So we had to act quick, and Mistress Dusklight kind of just said, yes, do whatever you can, and left Ruana and Delamar to kind of work on it their own. I'm guessing Dusklight's going to be pretty pissed that it didn't really work, but she seems really busy. There's been a lot of construction, and I just don't know if you remember kind of the layout of everything, But so Ave starts to kind of go into a little bit of an explanation and enough information for you to kind of get this mental picture of the Celestial Menagerie from your memories and from what his description is. So, I have to zoom out a little bit for this. All the way at the bottom of the Celestial Menagerie is the main gate, main entrance here. That is the...
feeling this map is important.
may be pertinent information. All around, there is a high iron fence, of course, pointed spear tops, that is buried deep in this wooded area to the south of Escadar, kind of not too far from the coast. So it's really this compound that she has created here in the city. Over to the west over here, when you first get in, and this is pretty much the same as when you guys were there, there is the Midway. These are carnival side games. They are all rigged. They are all just meant to bring in money. The prizes are not that great if they are ever given out. You know that there's usually a person there called Kagrud who is running those sideshow games, an unpleasant individual. And that's pretty much the same as what you guys remember. Over here to the east is a little bit different from what you remember just as far as the setup. It wasn't quite as developed when you guys were here, but he says they're calling this the Glen of Uncommon Wonders. And Adravalo, this satyr, who you remember from early days here, kind of creepy, a little strange and odd, has got basically these captive creatures over in here. Aves is kind of spotted through the trees a little bit every once in a while, but he does know that there is a winged horse that is in one of these cages captive. He's seen that, and Adravalo kind of is in control of that area.
An alicorn.
And you see that there's this kind of wheel of chance. Aves doesn't know much about that. Just another pavilion here. Of course, there's the Big Top, which is, as you remember, the main attraction. There are shows pretty much every night except for Sunday evening. It's the only time that they don't have a performance. So Mistress Dusklight is a cruel taskmaster and works the performers almost every single night if she can get away with it. Over here to the east, that is the what's it called? Sanctum of Sublime Spectacles, and this is the low wooden building where you know that the dancing quarterlings, Hilda and Hera Potterstone, halflings each born without legs, the Living Atlas, Carmine Iolara, who is this tattooed woman who says to have her family's ancient treasure, a map to her family's ancient treasure tattooed on her skin. There's the Marvelous Bat Boy, the half-orc Arzo, with a cleft palate and claw-like hands and surgical wings attached to him. And then there's a new one who Flynn actually had a decent kind of friendship going with. They called him Matchstick Flynn. It's another tiefling, redskin, more kind of devilish appearance tiefling, who, in kind of an eerily similar way to Faith, would set himself on fire during the show, but probably not with the same kind of precautions that you take in your circus show. It's a lot more dangerous. Flynn's been pretty good-natured about it, but he's kind of the same, orphaned tiefling that Aves is, but kind of has been performing here in the Sanctum of Sublime Spectacles. And then they call her the Repulsive Frog Girl. Sump Sadie is also in that building as well, in her little girl's bedroom in there. Aves confirms that she's still there, but nothing much else about that. So off to the west, past the Big Top, there is a large wooden building that Aves knows as the Heavenly Gallery. This was the case in your day, but not quite as big, as large. It seems like Mistress Dusklight has expanded onto this building. Also, Aves says that he has no idea what goes in there. He has not been allowed, and most people that aren't in kind of the inner circle and the higher ups with the Celestial Menagerie, they have not been allowed to go in there. He's heard construction noises. It sounds like they're bringing wood and materials, and he's seen paint go into there. He's seen a few mirrors go into there as well, but doesn't know what is in that building at all. And then kind of the last part is in the back, where the wagons and the animals and everything are kept up. He knows that it was made very clear from day one that if you did something truly bad, and basically Mistress Dusklight gets to decide what that is, you went into the oubliette, which is back here, kind of, I'll show you, back around here. And he says that just a couple days ago, before they left to go kind of interfere with your circus, heard that there was someone who was thrown in there, someone named Oofy. Doesn't really know much about it, didn't see it happen, but knows that, and you guys don't know anyone by the name of Oofy either, was thrown into the oubliette.
Was that there when we were there?
There was kind of like a hot box or something like that. This seems to be the next level of cruelty, is a pit in the ground with a heavy grate over it.
Am I right in remembering that like oubliettes are small enough that you can't stand or something like that? I don't remember. Maybe not.
Abe says, yeah, this isn't your traditional oubliette in that regard. It's pretty deep. He thinks like 10, 15 feet.
Okay.
So it's a little jail cell hole.
Fun.
Yep. And as far as scale goes, each square on this map is 10 feet.
Oh, each square is 10 feet.
Yep.
It's pretty big.
Or he thinks she could just fucking throw people into an oubliette and call it an oubliette. It's
Sounds
like
very
she gets
pretentious.
worse every day.
She does get worse every day.
Anyway,
Seems-
I really need to go study. I should be back in a couple of hours. Can I find someone to teach me a spell?
Sure. I will leave you all on this page for the time being and kind of analyze what's going on here. But what spell are you looking to potentially learn, Horatio?
Invisibility.
Invisibility.
It is a common second level spell.
Okay. Let me see. Horatio.
Trying to get around having to buy the entire scroll.
Let's see. You spend a few hours in the morning searching out somebody amongst the arcane individuals you know of in Escadar, and aren't really finding anyone so far. You can kind of give it another search through the later part of the day if you want to continue into the afternoon.
Hold on. How much is a level 2 scroll? Maybe I just suck up the money. It's a lot, though. Let's see. Second level scroll is 12 gold. Learning the spell is only 6. I'll try again. See if I can find somebody.
Okay.
Who's willing to let me look at their spellbook.
Escadar is, and potentially one of the reasons why you liked getting away from it and getting out somewhere else and being in a different part, at least of the Isle of Aroden, was that not a lot of super arcane focused individuals here, and despite asking around town for this day, cannot find someone to give you the invisibility spell.
Okay, fine. Is there somebody who can tell me the scroll?
Yes, there are scrolls for purchase. If there's anything that Escadar does well, is if you're willing to fork out some gold for something, they can provide it for you.
Stupid fucking town.
Yeah, once more, Escadar frustrates you in your efforts.
So then I will buy the scroll. And I need to make an Arcana check to learn it. Let's see. I get a benefit. Let me check that.
Is this circus within sight of the city?
Yes, it's not too far outside the city limits.
Okay.
Half the time, that would normally be 2 hours, so I can learn it in 1 hour.
Right. You want to try to roll that Arcana?
I'm gonna check. 16. That will fail.
Yeah, I think the second level spell DC is an 18.
So I can, if I fail, right after I gain a level, materials are not expended. Do I want a hero point?
How badly do you want that
Learn.
spell?
I mean, we
spell.
only need like
It's fine. I won't let you die.
70 XP. It only takes me an hour. I will accept the failure.
All
Chicken.
right. Your brother goading you as you try to I can't focus.
No, we're actively trying to infiltrate this place. I'll hero point it.
Hero point.
Wait, we have 2 threads that we could follow. We could go to Moonstone Hall. We'll try to find this Moonstone Hall
24.
or go to the
There you
circus.
go.
That is.
Alrighty, so Horatio spends the day acquiring this invisibility scroll and then finally doing what he needs to learn it.
Is
Now
there...
I have a scroll of invisibility, so I can cast it an extra time once.
This would be too convenient, but is there a building that from on top of you could look down past the trees and see into this area?
Um,
I'm asking a super detailed question.
Sure. Not well. I mean, you could get on a roof of a building, on the fringes of Escadar, kind of facing out toward where this wooded area. It's basically you're looking into a forest, a distance. So,
What I basically want to do is I want to see if I can get the guard pathing and this little squares around the hedges, or how people do about their, how the circus gets set up, that kind of stuff.
Sure. There's not a high enough vantage point for you to look into it and get kind of a bird's eye view. There would be a building, unless you can fly. Yeah, this is all accounting for normal mobility concerns. You could get on top of the building and kind of see roughly where it is. The thing is, it's in this patch of trees in this forest, right? Or a copse of woods. You could theoretically go through the forest and get to the edge and the perimeter where the gate is, and then look in if you're sneaky about it. But short of that, that there is the one entrance in and out. That is very clear on what people and Aves can confirm this as well. Right. Mistress Dusklight thinks that it's the most secure way into her compound is this single main gate. But other than that, she kind of made sure that there's not watchtowers and things where you can look into it necessarily. And also what you would see is mostly the big top, right? This big circus tent, which does extend above the level of the trees. So it kind of also helps to obscure lines of sight from outside of it because there's this big structure in the way.
Okay.
This Oarshus plans the assault.
Yeah, just thinking.
Okay. So Marion and Faith, after your morning, you kind of have the rest of the day. And Fabian, if there's anything you're trying to do, with the rest of your Sunday afternoon.
guess I could spend some time trying to figure out where this fountain is.
Sure. It doesn't take long, and kind of with that, you get a successful gather information check. That the Mermaid Fountain is in the Woodworkers District, which is, of the seedy places in Escadar, one of the seediest.
Mm-hmm.
Woodworkers are seedy.
Mm-hmm. Escadar, they are.
Yeah, that's basically all I want to do. That's basically all I want to do today.
Alrighty. Anyone else trying to accomplish anything major with their daylight hours on this day?
Yeah, I guess I'll confer with the others and let them know that, like, I talked to Covey and
Gitterin.
thank you.
There's a lot of
And
names
Abe
to remember. And Aves.
about going to visit the menagerie to gather information. I don't particularly want to send Abe's back because I really don't want to send anybody back there that has left. At least one of them has
I've
seen
never
Cubby,
been there.
and then for the same reason, at least one of them has seen you. And then,
I mean, more than one of them, because there was the ones we fought on the way to the monastery, and there was the ones.
Jellicoe is still alive.
So
Yeah, we
They
didn't
may
kill
have-
all of them.
they may have seen us, but we are a circus. We do have makeup
Is anybody
and tools
good at that?
with which one might perhaps disguise oneself.
Time to go in disguise. I like this plan.
Oh yes, it's very easy to disguise the cat folk.
I was about to say, maybe he and I should sit out on that one. I don't know how common lizard folk and cat folk are in Escadar.
I mean, apparently tieflings are really common because we've got
Tieflings
3 of
fucking
them so
everywhere.
far.
Yeah.
So maybe Fabian and I should sit out on that one.
Or sit on the sidelines close by.
Marion or I would probably fit in more easily.
I think we
Yeah,
should check
probably.
out Moonstone Hall first. Because we know where the fountain is.
I agree.
Do we have any information other than that's something she was interested in?
I mean, also, aren't we trying to find the second Aeon Tower to see if it's got the same problem as the first one?
Not she was interesting. She was going there.
The second Aeon Tower is not on this island, right? It's on the bigger island.
Yes, as far as you know, the other Aeon Towers are not located on the Isle of Air, and they're on the Isle of Kortos, which is a large island where the Starstone is, and where Absalom is.
And we're trying to raise money for ship passage across the sea to get there.
There will be some logistics involved in trying to transport your circus from Escadar across the way to the Isle of Kortos.
If it were just us, it's fine, but we have, wagons and
Whole circus.
big tops and fire.
There is a nice handy map in the player's guide that includes the locations of all of the Aeon Towers.
Y'all.
Out of the player's guide. Yeah, let's go find that hall, and maybe we could catch Dusklight out of her circus, although I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
If she accidentally fell off a cliff, the entire world would be better off. Even people in Arcadia would be better off if she accidentally fell off a cliff.
Do you think we could take her in a fight?
5 of us? Of course.
Probably.
Okay.
She's like level 10. You definitely can, if that's the case. Just watch it.
All right.
Okay, let's go find this. Let's go to this fountain. See what we can see.
Okay.
We'll table the circus for next adventure.
Do you decide? Do you try to head up to the fountain that evening on the Sunday, or wait for the next day?
I think that evening.
All right. Heading out in
Yeah,
the evening,
not?
well after dinner, discussing plans and whatnot. All right. You go, and Alarshus, you recall? Yeah, I remember seeing that. So you kind of know the trees to go through, and going into the woodworkers district, you see that there are a few people who are giving you some strange looks and definitely wondering what are y'all doing in here. But they, for the most part, tend to leave you alone until you get to where the fountain is, and the whole assembly and all that looks a little bit like this.
Is that what's going on?
Yep. So you can kind of see there that there's the fountain. Behind it, the backdrop of the workers' district. In the foreground, to the bottom left, there is this sort of sinkhole, this big hole open in the street, and there are barricades around it, kind of fencing it in. And you see there are 4 of the local guard that are dressed kind of the same that you saw the constable in, with these massive bladed halberds in their hands, and they seem to be guarding. So 4 of them, like at attention, posted up around there, and the mermaid fountain there in the middle of all of it.
So there's not like a druid halfling hanging out there too, or something.
Well, that's assuming whoever from your party has come
I see.
along here.
Okay, I didn't know if that's
Yeah,
like that's
she's
the scene
the she's the iconic druid, I
Yep.
think.
Yep.
Okay.
Indeed.
So she's the stand-in PC.
All right. And as you approach, the eastern neighborhoods of Escadar are filled with drug houses, gambling dens, and overcrowded tenements. In a courtyard at the end of a deserted side street, sequestered from the cacophony of touts and peddlers, a gaping sinkhole yawns next to a dry and crumbling fountain depicting a frolicking mermaid. A metal fence surrounds the sinkhole and the fountain. 4 people dressed in constable uniforms stand near the fountain, at ease but alert for trouble. And they kind of clock you and watch curiously as you come near.
So are they guarding the fountain or the sinkhole?
They are guarding the sinkhole.
I see. I have a feeling that's our destination.
Same. So what I'm thinking is we find a group of urchins or other ne'er-do-wells, and we hire them to make a distraction. And then we just pop down the sinkhole while the guards are taken care of.
Does that work?
Well,
I mean,
It's not a
as
bad
long
idea.
as the guards, it depends on whether the guards are only interested in the sinkhole or if they're actually interested in stopping people from fighting.
And if they send all 4 of them to go deal with kids as opposed to just 2 of them. Because if they're just kids.
We could also just tell them that we're authorized to be here.
That is
By what is her name again? The constable?
Andera Paldreen.
Dara Paldreen.
That's
You know, we're here to make sure that the sinkhole is safe for everyone else.
right. The only thing is that if word of that ever got back to her, we would immediately be on her shit list.
Good point.
And we're going to be here for a while.
Maybe we go and ask her for the order, the ability to do that. Say, hey, we already cleaned out that area and we did a good job. If there's a sinkhole near the fountain that also happens to need help, we could do that as part of a continued community service initiative.
But what do we tell her when she asks us why we want to?
That's
do
not a bad
this?
idea.
She already doesn't like Dusklight, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, Andera's trying to clean up the city, and Dusklight, although it's kind of entangled with that because the Celestial Menagerie is such an institution in Escadar that it's hard for Andera to do anything about it, but she's no fan of Dusklight.
We could tell her basically the truth that we think Dusklight is up to something, and she has specifically mentioned this place, so we would like to investigate, and we'd bring back any information that we found.
And you know, we
Do we
haven't
have a
actually
report?
told Paldrine that. We haven't actually told her how successful we were.
Or what we found there.
We just.
Hey, Ararshis, okay. We can give that a shot.
What does that tone mean?
It's a Letterkenny reference.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Million points, hero point, fucking Marion for that. That's so good. Yeah, so if you wanted to talk to Andera about it, you'd have to go find her in Conclave Square. It being really a 9 to 5 sort of establishment.
Right.
Maybe if you're trying to find her this evening.
You mean it'd be weird to go knock on her house and ask her this?
Yeah. Also, it's Sunday, so typically people aren't, doing
Yeah.
official business today. So.
Okay.
And it's supper time.
Yeah, it's
We'll
around
go
dinner time.
tomorrow.
Right.
Should we make an appointment?
Well, we can't until tomorrow.
True.
We'll just tell these guards to put an appointment for us. You're all the same, right? You all work, at the same office.
I mean, they work for her.
I think I do.
I mean, we pay taxes. They work for us.
I
Jesus.
do want to walk up to the guards.
We pay their salary.
Okay.
And
that clock
Wait,
you as
so
you
what do
come
we pay
toward.
today?
I can go. Anyone can come with me if they want to, but they don't have to.
No, you're
Hey,
good.
folks,
I'll come.
what's this?
Keep back, citizen. This is a dangerous sinkhole, and known criminals are trying to use it for their illicit operations. Yeah, they're trying to smuggle drugs. Yeah.
Okay. Is there is it a new sinkhole? Is it?
It's been around for a while. Hey, stow it. You don't need to know anything about this except for it's dangerous and you shouldn't be near it.
Okay. Well, some friends of mine and I are what you might call adventurers, and we're often looking for work. Sometimes even just for general favor of the guards and folks in power. Is there anything in there that might need clearing out?
I thought I heard something the other day. I told you to shut up. Listen, pal, we can't give anyone access without a strict permission from higher up, alright? Them's the rules. You may be the best adventurer, you might be king of the Pathfinder Society, but I can't do it unless I get express permission.
Okay, from Paldrine, right? I assume.
Yeah, from Paldrine. Son of a... I told you. Yes, from Paldrine.
Tell you
Okay,
what,
well.
you two are paragons of your field. You put the Edgewatch to shame.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. That's flattering, but we really don't.
I was being sarcastic, which isn't against the law. All right, let's go.
I don't
Thanks
get
for
it.
your help. And unlike my jerk of a brother, I'm actually being honest. Turn and walk away.
Hey, nod as the half elves make their exit. So I assume you journey back on to your circus home on the outskirts of town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And await the following morn to potentially gather an appointment with Aldera Paldreen.
That's right.
Woo.
As VIPs, maybe.
All right.
Doubtful.
You know, we're reasonable people. She knows us.
She knows of you, yes.
We can give her
We've met.
You have met once.
a free circus performance,
We did
complimentary
some work for her.
circus
Free tickets. All right, that brings us to Moon Day, 16th of Nef, 4720. In the morning, kind of an overcast, gray morning. There's little bits and drops of rain coming down. It's cold. It's getting more and more into winter, and this coastal and this salty breeze comes up and kicks through Conclave Square as you huddle together and go into the building where before you met Andera Paldreen. As you do so, you go up to the office where you last had an interaction with her and put your names on the list for an appointment with her. This time it only takes a couple hours of waiting around, so an improvement. So gets to a bit late morning when her office opens up. A clerk ushers you inside, and once more you come face to face with Chief Constable Andera Paldreen. She looks up from a few papers she's looking over. Oh, yes. Good to see you all. Wayward Wonders. I heard that your performance went all right. It's a few of the people around here and some of my dinner party group have been talking about it. A few of them went, said it was pretty good. There were a few weird moments and some stuff that sounded very unsafe, but I'll leave you to your business. You do what you have to do. What can I help you with?
We want in the sinkhole in the woodworkers district.
I don't know any meant words, I guess.
All right. The entrance there. All right. Might I ask why?
Well, we heard that Mistress Dusklight, our rival, and quite frankly, the person most likely to kill all of us,
Including you.
she has business down there.
Huh. Interesting.
Highlight that we could do a service to the city in general by doing this.
The guards there mentioned that the sinkhole is used for, I don't know, general bad things, drugs, something like that.
Criminal enterprise.
We did pretty well at clearing up the honestly pretty dangerous area outside of town. I don't know how nobody died. There was a demon, bear,
Shite.
and wolves,
That's
and a will-o-wisp. Anyway, we're very capable. We're all still alive. So if you need a little cleaning up,
So, question for all of you. Who do you feel amongst you is heading up the effort to make an impression upon Andera with this request?
Me.
Horatio? Okay.
No, Marion.
I mean, probably Marion.
Marion? Okay.
Assuming Marion is now trained in diplomacy.
Marion is now trained in diplomacy.
That means yours is better than mine.
Marion, so diplomatic with all this. Okay. Okay. Nera kind of thinks for a second. This had to happen on a moon day. I hate moon days. It's true you've done a great service in clearing out that patch where your circus now stands, and I didn't know about the I knew that there were some caves back there, but you're saying wisps? I mean, just come clean. Is that all you found out there? Is it safe now?
It's safe.
It's safe.
All
Except
right.
for the quicksand, but that's fine.
Well, and it's true that that sewer entrance has been problematic. And getting you to do a little exploration down there would help. And you're saying stuff about Dusklight. I suppose I could let you down there.
I feel like there's a but.
Well, if this is going to work, if this is going to truly help me in my career and what I'm trying to accomplish here in Escadar, I need you to bring me back tangible evidence. If you're really going to bring some charges against Dusklight and her circus and whatever she might be doing and any ties to the criminal element of this city, I need solid proof. I don't want you trying to abscond with anything of hers that you might find there. Any evidence I need brought straight away to me. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I suppose I can allow that. Yeah, I will. When do you plan on going down there?
Pretty much as soon as possible, I assumed.
Yeah, if she's doing stuff down there, we don't know what she's doing or how long it's going to take. But the sooner the better that we interfere with whatever that is.
All right. Fine. You do this for me, and we can really make a difference in this town. I'll give you this writ of passage. It should let you get past the guards as you need be. But don't forget our arrangement. All right? I need something. Without it, I'm not going to even try to go against Dusklight and her whole thing. She just seems kind of frustrated and a little on edge with all this still. She kind of goes and hands out this writ of passage kind of on a default slip and signs her name to it and hands it out to Marion.
Stamp.
Official
This is
stamp.
much appreciated.
Or wax stamp.
I look
course.
forward to helping each other.
All right. Of course. And she seems a little distracted a little bit, but says, all right, if you've nothing else, then good luck down there.
Thank you for helping us help you help us.
Of course. All right. And
Could I sense motive?
sure. Let's see. Marion, you get the sense that you're still pretty conflicted. There's something else that was on her mind when you were talking about clearing out the swampy area and caves around your circus site. Like something kind of irked her about that, but you don't know specifically what it might be. So she's seeing the rationale behind what you're saying, and yeah, that's a good idea and everything. But there's something more that she kind of wanted, but that she didn't seem to get out of the interaction.
We didn't tell her about the alchemist.
Yes. Before we leave, I just want to say that if there is anything that you need help with, anything at all, we are willing to give you an ear.
Right. My own circus mercenaries at my disposal. Will remember.
Well, mercenary is a bit... Yeah, whatever. I don't know where I'm going with this. Bye.
Good luck. She waves you away.
Well, you know, she has regards for official business. We could be her unofficial business.
Off the books. All right. For successfully acquiring the writ of passage into this sinkhole and potentially into the place known as Moonstone Hall, you each get 80 experience points.
Woo! I thought you were going to say 69 experience.
Just to massively troll.
Oh.
I believe.
We now have 11 experience points, guys. Woo, 11.
Wait,
Wait, oh, not 10?
Where did the extra 1 come from?
we have 10.
Oh, 10. Yeah,
I mean,
It's 100. It's like 110.
Gave
Well,
yourself
it's got the 11.
yeah, I gave myself an extra 1.
one extra experience point.
I forgot that we leveled up. Oh no.
Well, we didn't level up.
You didn't
now
until
we
just
leveled.
now.
Oh, quick! Let's go to sleep.
Just
A long
now.
nap.
so do you have to take a long rest or no?
If
Let's
you
call it
want,
this game.
if the spellcasters want to prepare any additional spells,
If I
then they
want
did.
a third level spell, we have to spend the night. No, it's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, while we're doing that, let me quickly.
I don't even know what I'm going to take for my 2 extra spells for the level up, so, yeah. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
So we're 6 now then.
You are indeed level 6.
Fancy at 6.
Goodness.
Ooh, skill feat.
I get a skill feat and a monk feat.
I get a skill feat and a swashbuckler feat. Wow.
So the question is, do I want to take the one that lets me teleport or the one that lets me throw people around? Teleporting is cool, but so is throwing people around.
Don't you have to have people grabbed first?
Yeah.
How's your athletics?
I mean, well, it's now plus 13. I'm an expert in it, but strength is not my highest stat.
So level 6 will auto calculate things. It
That seems,
will.
I calculate everything except the stuff that you have to select manually.
Thanks.
Those pesky feats and stuff. If you're not sure about your feat selection at this point, I'll say we can keep going for a bit longer, and then retroactively for next session, you can have whatever that feat might be.
I think I definitely know. Yes, I know what class
Or-
feat I want.
Yeah, if you know it, you don't have to put it all in now. You can just say, like, I have this thing now.
I just skill.
Well, I'm snagging robust recovery in case somebody gets poisoned again.
Hey, there you go.
I feel like it's probably going to happen when we're going into a sewer.
Yeah, speaking of that, are there any preparations or things you want to do before trying to head down into this hole?
How? Do we have any healing potions of any sort? I have.
I spent all my money making my punches better.
I don't have any healing potions. Can I purchase? How much is the different tiers of healing potions?
So
Ooh, are we gonna go talk to that guy?
do I smell some shopping?
Healing potions?
I mean, it would be the one time he has something useful. So
Yeah, let's just see. Where did it? Oh shit! Where'd my music go? Fuck. There we go. Oh, hey everyone. It's so good to see you in this blustery, cold winter day. Or almost winter, I guess. Not technically, though it feels like it. Anything I can get for you guys?
Do you happen to have any healing potions of any sort?
I think I do. Give me just a second. I gotta just go look
In
to
the
the
back.
side. Yeah, to the. Give me 1 sec. Oh, I'm over here. Oh, do you guys like my wing? I knit it myself. It's kind of decorative. I thought it was kind of festive because.
It's super awesome.
Oh,
I wish I had wings.
wow. Oh, thanks, Faith. That really. I really appreciate that.
I mean, do you think you could knit 2 of them? Maybe I can use them in my. Oh, they're probably not fireproof though, are they?
No. This will burst into flames. But I feel like that'd be kind of poetic, if your wings just burned up. Kind of like.
I mean, yeah, but if would you be willing to make a new set of wings for me for every circus performance?
If you just give me reimburse me for materials, I could definitely do that. I found some potions.
What kind do you have?
I've got a couple of these minor ones. They're only 4 gold each.
How much do minor potions heal?
Minor potion heals 1d8 hit points. And then I've also got a lesser healing potion here. This one's gonna be 12 gold. And that one heals 2d8 plus 5 hit points.
12 gold for that one. Let's see. Oh, I don't have that much gold. How much is the smallest one again?
4 gold pieces.
I will purchase 1 of those.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Hope you don't have to use it, because that would mean you've gotten injured.
I hope so too, but knowing our luck. But hopefully it does come in useful.
Yeah. Is there any other things you guys think you need?
Nope. Bye.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're good. Thank you though.
Anytime. I'll be here. Now that I'm kind of traveling around with you guys, I'm able to get better things in my shop. I think next time we'll have kind of the shelves rearranged and stocked. Oh, did you need something, Fabian?
Should we get climbing stuff if we're going to go down a sinkhole?
That's a very good idea.
Does somebody have rope and a grappling hook? Because I see they're on display here quite prominently.
Yeah. I got them right here.
I think I'll buy those, the rope and the grappling hook from you.
Oh yeah? Great.
Do I just hand you the money, or?
Yeah, you can put this. Here we go. I got this and this for you.
Huh. Excellent, thank you.
Yeah.
And here's your
6 silver.
money.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, that's what I wanted to get off of. Anything else, anyone?
I'm good.
Well, I'm here. You guys know where to find me.
Oh, we know.
Oh, we know.
Good luck. Be safe. Bye.
Yep.
Thank you, Sufjan.
And you leave the best NPC behind. Anything else before you go to the hole?
Let's go to the hole.
All right. You return. By this point, a couple more hours have passed, so just a little bit past lunchtime into the afternoon. You make it back to the sinkhole in the Woodworkers District and the Mermaid Fountain. Different set of guards are there that seem to keep this pretty fresh. But one of the people who is there kind of goes and takes the writ and holds it up to the light a little bit and look to the other ones. They nod. They move a barricade and part of the gate aside for you and give you open access to this hole. You see that there is a circular set of stone stairs that kind of descend, spiraling down. And without anything else to do, you descend.
We descend.
You descend about 100 feet below the surface streets of Escadar. Wide stone steps going down, down, and down, until eventually you reach a bit of an opening. And you see opening before you level ground. Cobblestones down here. And a bit of a building that you can see just a little glance out of. Far beneath the restless city lies a monument to the past. Sturdy doors of reinforced ebony guard the entrance to an impressive building constructed of gleaming white stone. One of the doors is slightly ajar. White stone pillars support the cavern's ceiling above. Broken stained glass windows along the temple's walls peer like sightless eyes. What do you see before you? What do you do?
I will just walk down the stairs while searching for things, keeping in mind that for my 6th level feat, I took spiritual sense.
Ooh, spiritual sense. They connect
Which
to
is something
plane.
that we have been role-playing for a while, but I thought that I would make it official.
Okay. I roll a secret check for you to find haunts that usually require searching, as well as spirits, creatures on the ethereal plane, and beings made entirely of spiritual essence, such as celestials, fiends, and monitors. Potentially knows ethereal spirit creatures and spirits inside solid objects. Okay. On my secret check. Okay. All right. So, Marion, opening your senses, you've been having these flashes again and again of something calling to you, but now there's something else. As you come down here, more of those pathways to the realms beyond the living begin opening up around you, searching for any signs. And although nothing obvious appears in your immediate vicinity, there is this sense of those who have come and walked these pathways before. You get the sense of the the old glory of this building. This was once a magnificent temple. You can immediately tell that. And people came to it and saw its grandeur, and now it sits buried underneath the streets of Escadar, deep underground. There's something of the forlorn and forgotten nature that really calls and appeals to you, Marion.
Yep, this is gonna be great.
Gotta be a Temple of Aroden, right? I mean, they even have eyes on the city guard.
All
I
right.
come down and illuminate the door, hopefully.
Marion,
And
as you
I
step...
would be detecting magic.
Sure. Horatio, you send a ping of magic out. Marion, you come forward, illuminating the ebony doors. You see that one of them is slightly ajar, and you hear a bit of a clinking sound. I'd like everybody to stop where you are. You hear a bit of a rustling, clinking sound. Sound of chains. and you see from behind these pillars, here and here, two creatures emerge. Lizard-like, wicked jaws, many limbs, and these glowing eyes as these two creatures come out around there with collars and chains attached to the collars.
Are they like basilisks?
And as they peer in your direction, your skin feels a little dry and stiff. I would like everyone to roll perception for initiative.
Oh no.
Well, now we know where the basilisk came from.
Wait, was there a basilisk?
It got more Dane than it got me. Wait, was it a basilisk? As a cockatrice, I don't remember a basilisk.
We were afraid it was a basilisk. Nope, they saved the basilisk until now. They have collars, though.
They do indeed.
Interesting.
They were captive.
Of course she fucking used basilisk.
All right.
She's a Aroden.
The first one to go is going to look and look toward Marion. Let's see here. It's gonna shuffle forward a little bit, not kind of plodding along a little as it comes around, but sees you approaching here. The lot of you sees you stepping forward, Marion. And I need you to make a fortitude saving throw for me, Marion.
Surprise.
A 23. You see this creature and see that it begins gazing at you and kind of like, no, back up a little bit, sensing the purpose and, motivation you have being here. You manage to shake off whatever effect the basilisk was trying to affect you with. Then Fabian.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so it will take me 2 movements to get up to it. Actually, I'll move here so that, and then I am going to strike out at this. Pachoo.
All right, a 28. Yeah, that'll hit. So
That
9
my turn.
piercing damage to this one. All right, you stab into this basilisk's flank. Leers out at you, very upset. Faith.
I guess we're gonna take care of this one first. We'll team up on it. I'll go to here. And I'm gonna try to punch it.
All right.
I'm gonna flurry on it for now.
Yep. 29 will hit for 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
The half of the flurry.
A 17 will miss.
And so he's got to do a fort save or get stunned.
Okay.
Ha, make him do a fort save.
Gets a 25.
That's gonna pass.
All right. So that's Faith.
And third attack,
Oh,
14,
one more.
probably misses by a lot.
It does.
Uh-oh. Probably, it might be a crit fail.
Yep, doesn't do anything on that, but you do not succeed.
We don't know what these things are, right?
Until you try to,
I try
recall
to identify
knowledge.
it. Okay.
Yeah. So, this creature who got punched pretty hard by Faith, is going to turn its gaze upon you, Faith. Go ahead and make a fortitude save.
Uh-oh. This is my weakness.
Critical success.
wow.
You don't give a fuck. You have been turned to stone before. You fucking know how
Not gonna let it
terrible
happen
it is.
again.
Not gonna happen this time. So frustrated at its efforts of you just kind of repelling against it, it is then going to try to bite you. With these sharp teeth.
Uncool.
That's a 22 to hit your AC.
Haha, that was also a miss.
Okay, you dance back and forth, and this basilisk is unhappy with you. Horatio.
I would like to recall knowledge using Arcana.
Okie dokie.
These look like magical creatures.
So. Okay. That is Horatio's skill check. You do indeed correctly identify these creatures to be basilisks.
Oh shit, they're basilisks.
So, yep, you tell everyone now they're basilisks. They turn people to stone. That's what they are good at. That is the thing.
Is it making eye contact, or is it just them looking at you?
It is them looking at you.
Yeah, I was
is
about to
what
say, if
turns
I
them to
remember
stone.
right, it's them look at you.
So
yeah.
closing your eyes doesn't do anything.
Nope.
So there is, I put this in my character sheet when we knew we were fighting a cockatrice, not knowing whether it would help with a cockatrice. It doesn't. This is like a standard ability a person can do
Yep.
at any time.
The Vert Gaze is an action. Does not help against basilisks.
It does not help in this case.
No, other creatures, yes. Basilisks, no.
So I will.
And they have a sharp bite, but other than that, they just turn you to stone.
Do I remember? I'll ask that if it's relevant. Hopefully no one will get turned to stone. I will cast.
I will say your check is high enough to know there is a way to reverse the petrification. You are a learned wizard. You've acquired much arcane lore through your time so far. That if they are coated with fresh basilisk blood, that can potentially reverse a petrification.
Okay. Because I remembered that. And there's also Dispel Magic. Hopefully that works. I'm going to cast Electric Arc on the one up here. Not
Okay.
Electric Arc. I'm out of range for Electric Arc. Ray of Frost.
Pew!
27.
27 will certainly hit for 13 points of cold damage. Ow. It's a tough lizard. It's taking the hits. Not liking it, but still standing. I think that's Horatio's turn. Awarshisk.
Is this a space to stand in here?
Behind it? Yeah, you can get between it and the pillar.
Okay. I'm gonna rush up to it.
Okay.
I am going to try to grapple it.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try for a grapple, which is athletics against fortitude.
Okay. You go, but it has too many legs, and it manages to kind of skitter around, keep its footing, try to leverage it, but can't find the way to do so.
Okay, we're gonna try a tumble through.
Okay. Make an acrobatics versus reflex. Oh yeah. You can't quite leverage it, but you take that as like a hand spring over and around it to tumble around. And it's just kind of like...
And then I'm gonna go and swipe at it.
Did you have to move, grapple,
fair
tumble
enough.
through?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
Next turn.
Not yet.
All right. Then we go on to Marion. Marion, at the start of your turn, this basilisk still kind of has you in its sights, so I need you to make another fortitude save.
Okay. I'm gonna hero point that,
Oh, okay.
since you gave one to me for my Letterkenny reference.
Yes, absolutely. This will save it.
Damn.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
It's fine.
Only a crit on a basilisk.
Okay. So what happens is you begin to feel parts of you start to calcify and your skin get kind of gray and cracky. You are slowed 1.
Fuck.
Until
It's
I say
fine.
otherwise.
It's probably not a problem.
Right. Okay. Slowed one. So I have 2 actions.
Yeah, Brian knows all about that.
Yeah.
Brian could tell you.
That's good. You just picture a flurry with one of your actions. Just look at your a good amount of attacks.
I'm going to cast Agonizing Despair on the one that is turning me to stone.
Okay. Agonizing Despair, making a will save.
Baron's gonna stare back at it.
Yep, does succeed, so we'll take half that damage and be frightened 1. As you fill the basilisk with just a little bit of despair.
Alright, that's my turn.
Alright, that was Marion. So now it is that basilisk's turn. This basilisk is going to stare you down, Marion, in the intense stare off of the century. Basilisk versus Marion. Who will win? Marion, I need you to make another fortitude save for me. With a 26, for the time being, you manage to stave off the effects of the calcification. Frustrated and kind of freaking out a little bit because you're starting to turn, but your just stare is so intense. The basilisk is gonna chomp out at Orarshus with that -1 penalty from being frightened. That'll be a 26 to hit you, Orarshus.
Yeah, that'll hit it.
Okay, that will be 19 points of piercing damage as these sharp teeth chomp into you. Roll pretty high on damage. But then that is frightened is at the end of turn. Okay, yeah. So after that, there's no longer frightened 1.
Should have gone the other one. I
Then
didn't pay attention to the initiative
we
order.
go to Fabian. Yeah, Fabian, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna skirt around and stab twice.
Right, go in this. Oh! 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 Ah! E! Ow! Ow!
Oh,
Oh no!
here, let me give you all my rules.
So yeah, that's 4 doubled to 8. Add a D8, right?
Because it's deadly.
Because it's deadly.
D8 is
It's
not
deadly,
doubled.
and then
So that's 12.
sneak attack.
And then sneak attack is also doubled.
I believe I'm at 2d6 now.
That's right.
Ugh, 12 plus 22? So 33 points of damage?
34 points of damage.
12 plus 20, yeah, 34 points of damage.
34 points of damage. Okay.
Okay, gotta get that extra 1.
I mean, it's the difference.
Fabian, you twirl
does.
around, do the jingles on Jingle Puss's outfit. Straight into the back of the basilisk. It howls out in pain. As it takes a massive, devastating hit. It is super bloodied after that.
It's still alive?
It's just barely alive after all that.
Okay, let's go in for the second strike and for the end of my turn.
Okay. It's flat-footed. Yep, 23 will hit.
Oh,
So 9 plus another 2d6.
With that, you just send the rapier in deeper, and there's a... as the basilisk is no more. All right.
bad for rolling a move on
Jeez.
damage.
Faith.
Well, I guess I don't have to worry about that one looking at me, because it's dead, right?
Yep, it is.
I will scamper down to here, and I'm gonna flurry on this one. I'm gonna use a key strike though.
22 will hit. So that's
takes
9 plus 12.
21.
21 points of damage.
And then the other half of the flurry, a 30.
Yep, another 20 points of damage.
That was
With
1,
that, it is
2,
bloodied.
and my last attack is just a regular punch.
Punch.
Oh, that one hit though.
Yep, that hits as well for another 13 points of damage. This basilisk is
spell.
not looking good.
And it needs to make the thing.
Yeah, it has to make a fort save.
Oh, yeah.
It seemed to have pretty high fortitude though, but
19?
19 will fail. Just a regular failure.
Stunned one.
Done one.
Alright. It's bad times for these basilisks. His faith just pow, 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 pow. Alright, Horatio.
Nice job, everybody. You're doing great. I'm gonna cast
Light.
Ray of Frost again. 22.
Yep. That will hit.
9 cold damage.
9 cold damage to it. Yep, looking really bad. Really, really bad. Anything else, Ratio?
I'll cast shield.
Alright,
Okay.
chill just in case. Avartius?
Gonna try to skewer it with Confident Finisher.
Alright.
So that's. Oh my god. Instead of the 3 precision, I think it's 3d6 precision damage.
Might be a crit, because that would be a 36, right? Or
Yeah.
It,
because of
34.
flat-footed.
it's a crit.
Yeah.
It has 5 hit points.
Ooh.
Okay.
Roll it anyway.
I
We want to know how much you kill it by.
3d6.
If you wanna feel-
3d6.
Sure, roll 3d6 and double it. That's fine. I'm already hurt. I'm already 30 points of damage, right? Okay, great.
Well, plus 24.
Two.
It's 24 plus 30? Is that it?
54 points of
54
damage.
points
yeah.
of damage?
That right?
Did we become badass? Wow.
Do
Or
we-
at least 2 of us.
As you just rip the basilisk into 2 halves with your claws, kind of all looking at each other like, what happened? What the
That's
fuck?
pretty cool.
Oh.
Where did this mist of blood come from?
Yeah. And just basilisk blood splatters
wait.
against the cobblestones.
So should we collect the blood to help Marion not be slowed anymore?
Yeah, 3d6 precision, huh?
Well-
That's something that Horatio knows, I guess.
So, Marion, looking at it, there's this cracked stone stuff on your skin. It doesn't seem to be getting worse. And over the course of the next minute, eventually the slowed condition does wear off. So,
Oh, good.
yes, it seems like it started but did not take full root over you. For destroying the shit out of these basilisks, you all get 60 experience points.
Woo! I can now
Yeah,
do the
to
same
Marion.
amount-
If you want to bathe in the blood of your enemies, you could do that.
I mean,
But you don't
maybe
have to do that.
maybe we should collect the blood in case we need it later. This feels like a weird thing.
I mean,
for
if
me
we
to
need
say.
it later, we're going to have a fresh source of blood regardless.
Oh, wait, how much experience did we get? Sorry, I missed that.
60. 60.
Okay.
Yep.
I can now do as much damage as Sarah's character could 3 levels ago.
Aw, you reminded a little bit of Petey in it. If only Petey were here. She'd be doing 100 points damage. So the basilisks lie slain before you. You see there are these crude iron collars and chains that wrap around kind of to the back side of these curved pillars out here in front of the temple. But you see the obsidian doors nearest to the colder brothers slightly ajar.
So they're chained to the wall then.
Yeah. So if you follow the chain back around here, there's a little alcove back in this area, and it's kind of chained into the pillar there, kind of wrapped
So
around
they're
a pillar.
Guard dogs.
Can I look at the collars to see if there's any symbol of workmanship or.
Faith, can you
Horatio, you look over the collars for a moment. Doesn't really seem to be any kind of marking. They're very crude. Like this is, crude iron work. The links are, on the lesser side of quality for a chain. You feel like with enough force, if they really tried, the basilisk may be able to get free of it, but...
Faith, can you punch me?
Well, I was hoping for Dusklight was here, but
Well,
I mean, sure, I can punch you. Oh, do you want that kind of punch? Yeah.
The good punch, not the bad
I
punch.
look in through this window.
Sure.
I will give you a good punch.
oh look.
Marion, you look through a window, and you see this palatial chamber's domed ceiling rises 20 feet above the stone floor. Stained glass windows portray a radiant human figure raising 2 islands from a tumultuous sea. Though the artwork is breathtaking, jagged cracks disrupt the images, and shards of colorful glass litter the floor. Heavy ebony doors stand in the east and west walls. The atrium's alabaster walls are marred with crude paintings of humanoid figures, demons, and profane symbols drawn in blood. An unpleasant coppery odor lingers in the air. Marion, you spot through these broken stained glass windows in the front of the temple into the atrium of this once magnificent building, as on these frescoes and on these designs, what once were glorious and once glorified, who assumed to be Aroden, 2 Zolgaths smearing blood on it. You see them kind of go between each other and just kind of etch marks into it and deface the paintings and the frescoes.
Fuck! I duck out of the way.
Oh.
There are trogs here.
Like the ones we fought.
Yes.
How did they get here? Well, never mind. I wonder if
they
we're
do
going to run
come
into
from
that.
underground.
I wonder if we're going to run into that succubus again.
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably.
I mean, Aroden has his fingerprints all over this place.
What languages did they speak again?
The Zolgaths.
Is it Draconic
Them Zolgaths.
Probably
Since you have
Undercommon.
had encounters with them before. That's not what I want. There we go. Yes, Draconic and Undercommon. Typically the languages they were speaking.
We can't communicate with them, can we?
I actually know Undercommon now.
Just been reading it up in your spare time.
Yeah.
Can
Well, he became smarter after the tower.
Yeah.
Smarter and kinder. And so he knows Undercommon.
Nice.
can we ask them what they're doing here?
I mean,
I'm
they're
sure
gonna
it's-
attack us.
Attack us.
They're doing demon shit. That's what
I
they're
mean-
doing here.
That's what we're here for, right? Is to deal with this stuff, right?
If we can prove that Dusklight is involved in this, and she did have a pet demon, so why wouldn't she be? She's just that bad.
Well, if we can talk to them, we can interrogate them. So if they
I don't
attack
know.
us, we'll just not kill them, and then we can talk to them.
I poke my head back out the window again.
Oh,
or into
I
the
also
window
I
again.
have both Draconic and Undercommon.
Oh, nice. And I say, "Hey, what you doing?"
Okay.
In Undercommon.
Marion, you call this out. Is your head in the window there?
It is in the window.
Okay. As you all cluster around Marion, kind of ready and on your guard, the Zolgaths kind of drop this little bowl of blood that they were using to mark up and deface this stained glass window. And they kind of look in turn, short daggers drawn. and they stop for a second and look at the half-elf in the window. Kind of curious. Look to each other. They shrug. And they lunge forward to attack, being the brutish, stinky, lizard-like creatures that they are. And as the Zolgaths rush toward Marion, the bowl of blood drops, sputters on the ground. From a short distance away, another pool of blood sputters.
Uh-oh.
What is this? We'll have to wait until next time on Really Playing Games. The Extinction.
Are there blood methods?
Blood!